Tottenham Hotspur just won the battle against Borussia Dortmund, but they may have lost the war for the 2026 season. We all saw Lucas Bergvall limp off in the 63rd minute on Tuesday night, but the medical report that landed on Thomas Frank's desk this morning is far worse than anyone feared. Most people think this is just a knock that keeps him out for a week. They are wrong. By the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the exact recovery timeline for Bergvall and why his absence makes it mathematically impossible for Thomas Frank to play his preferred system against Burnley on Saturday. The official update from Thomas Frank's pre-match press conference today was chilling. He confirmed that Bergvall's ankle injury looks like a longer one. But while the club is being vague, internal reports are suggesting a high ankle sprain that could sideline the 19-year-old for up to 3 months. Let's put that into perspective. We are 14th in the Premier League. We finally got a 2-0 win over Dortmund, and just as the supertanker started to move, the engine room exploded. Bergvall joins a Hospital Thfc list that already includes James Maddison, Mohammed Kudus, Dejan Kulusevski and Rodrigo Bentancur. We are currently missing 8 senior first-team players. The victory on Tuesday didn't just cost us sweat, it cost us the only player who was actually linking our defence to our attack. The obvious talking point is who replaces him. Against Dortmund, Frank brought on 17-year-old Janai Byfield for his debut. That is how deep the crisis is. The tactical impact. Bergvall isn't just a midfielder, he's our progressive carry leader. He ranks in the top 10% for passes into the final third this season. The Frank ball problem. Without Bergvall, Thomas Frank has no choice but to revert to a Brentford-style 5-3-2 or a flat 4-4-2. This means our 200 million attack will be starved of service because there is no one left in the squad with the technical profile to carry the ball through the middle. This isn't just an injury, it's a tactical lobotomy. Now for the deeper breakdown, the injury loop and squad management. According to data from Premier Injuries, this is Bergvall's 3rd major setback in 5 months. He's already dealt with a concussion and a groin strain this season. The hidden factor. There are growing whispers at Hotspur Way that the training intensity under Thomas Frank is too much for the younger players. Spurs' distance covered has dropped, but the intensity of individual sessions has increased. The succession crisis. CEO Vinay Venkatesham is now in a nightmare position. He wants to back Frank, but how can he judge a manager who is missing his entire creative core? The transfer failure. By failing to bring in a veteran creative midfielder in the first week of January, the board left Frank exposed. Now, with Bergvall out until potentially April, the season rests on the shoulders of teenagers and players like Archie Gray playing through the pain barrier. The defining question for Saturday's trip to Burnley is this: can Thomas Frank win a game with a championship-level midfield? If he loses to a relegation-threatened Burnley because he has no creative outlets, do the fans accept the injury excuse, or do they demand a manager who can adapt to a crisis? This injury has stripped away the last layer of protection for Frank. He no longer has the luxury of Lucas Bergvall to hide the tactical gaps. The final insight. Lucas Bergvall is expected to miss 15 matches, including the entire Champions League knockout phase if Spurs progress. The miracle against Dortmund was a mask. Today, the mask fell off. My prediction is we're going to see a desperate defensive Tottenham on Saturday. The supertanker hasn't turned, it's just drifting. But I want to hear from the fans. Does this injury give Frank a free pass for the next month, or is the lack of depth his fault? Type #recovery or #no-excuses.
Whack on the ankle, definitely didn't look like he was shaking it off. I mean, I could see it. He was signalling there. What is that one on the bench having a word? Yeah, looks like we have movement. Bring on Callum on the waiting. Yeah, get him to hop on his bad ankle. That's always works.